You know that feeling when you walk into a room and the tension is just so thick you can practically feel it? Yeah, we've all been there. Today, we're going to break down how you can turn that conflict into a real conversation using one incredibly powerful tool, the mediator's opening statement. So, how do you do it? How do you actually get control of a conversation before anyone's even said a word? It sounds like a magic trick, right? But it's not. It's a skill you can learn. And here's the answer. It's by architecting the perfect opening statement, and I use that word very deliberately. This isn't just about saying hello. Oh no, it's about designing the entire framework for the conversation that's about to happen. You literally become the architect of the dialogue. Okay, so let's get into it. This is what we call the mediator's blueprint. Think of it as your strategic tool that establishes your purpose and really your power before the mediation truly begins. And this is so important. Your opening statement is the blueprint for the whole mediation. Think about it. If your opening is weak, the whole structure is wobbly from the start. But if that blueprint is solid, you've already built the foundation for success before anyone's even laid their first card on the table. So, what does a strong blueprint look like? Well, every good one rests on these foundational pillars. They're what build that crucial sense of trust. We're going to walk through the 5 essential pillars for a really powerful opening statement. All right, here they are. You've got explaining your role, declaring your neutrality, guaranteeing confidentiality, confirming voluntariness, and finally, outlining the process. Seriously, if you get these 5 things right, you are way ahead of the game. Let's break each one down. First up, your role. You have to be absolutely crystal clear about this. You are not there to pick a winner. You're not there to solve the problem for them. Your job is to help them talk to each other better so they can find their own solution. You're a guide, a facilitator, definitely not a judge. Next up, neutrality. Okay, this is the absolute bedrock of trust. You have to state it right up front that you have no horse in this race. You're a totally impartial third party. Your only allegiance is to the fairness of the process itself. Period. Okay, this one is huge. Confidentiality. You have to create a safe space. When you guarantee confidentiality, you're basically telling everyone, hey, what happens in here stays in here. And that gives people the freedom to be open, to be honest, without being afraid that their words will be used against them later. All right, pillar number 4, voluntariness. Now, this one can feel a little weird at first, but trust me, reminding people that they can leave at any time is incredibly powerful. Why? Because it puts them back in control. It makes it clear they are participating by choice, and that gives them real ownership over the whole process and the final outcome. And finally, the 5th pillar, the process roadmap. Look, conflict is chaotic, right? Your process shouldn't be. By just briefly explaining the steps, okay, folks, first we're going to do this, then we'll move on to this, you take away so much of the uncertainty. You reduce anxiety and give everyone a clear, predictable path to follow. So there you have it, the 5 pillars. That's the structure. Now, let's talk about the materials you use to build it, the specific words. Because in mediation, language is, well, it's everything. Okay, take a look at this. This is such a great comparison because it's all about the shift in power. Look at that left column. That's the language of control, right? My goal is, you need to be, let me tell you. It's all about the mediator taking charge. But now look at the right column. See the difference? That language hands the power right back to the people in the room. It's about opening doors, not shutting them down. So how do you put all this together into something you can actually use? Well, the goal here isn't to memorize some rigid script for just one meeting. Nope. The goal is to build a professional, reusable tool that you can adapt for any situation, to create your own personal blueprint. And here's that checklist again. I mean, as you're drafting your own opening, you should literally check these off. Did I clearly define my role? Check. Did I state my neutrality? Check. Just go right down the list. This super simple checklist makes sure your foundation is rock solid every single time. And here's a fantastic example of how it all comes together in one powerful sentence. Just listen to how much work this one line does. It covers your role, not to make decisions for you. It touches on the process, a structured process, and it reinforces confidentiality. It's just so elegant, and it's an incredibly effective way to build that trust right from the get-go. So remember, a powerful opening isn't just about starting a meeting. It's about architecting the very possibility of finding a resolution.
And now you've got the blueprint, you've got the tools. So the only question left is, what are you going to build with it?